a literary staple of any childhood. The powerful scenes they describe, the emotions they convey, the obligatory happy ending they provide are very influential on the minds of young children. So here we present before you a fairy tale skit on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs by the students of L.K.G.
My favorite fairy tales, as I told you last year too.
At a time, a king and a queen ruled over a distant land. The queen was very kind and lovely, and all the people of the kingdom adored her. The only sadness in Queen's life was that she wished for a child but did not have one. One winter day, the queen was sitting near an ebony window and knitting woolen cloths. Suddenly, a beautiful snowbird sat on the window, stalling the queen. Chee, 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 chee. The bird distracted the queen's attention and she pricked her finger. Ouch! A drop of blood fell down on the snow outside her window. As she looked at the blood fallen on the snow outside her window, it turned into a baby-like face. She surprised and said to God, "O snow god, I wish that I had a daughter that had skin as white as snow and lips as red as blood." It was a bright morning. The sun was shining like it had to melt the entire winter snow. That day, the queen gave birth to a beautiful baby girl who had skin as white as snow and lips as red as blood. My queen, you have given me the most precious gift ever. Please tell me, what do you want? I will fulfill all your wish. Thank you, dear, but now I don't think I can spend time with my little baby. Oh dear, don't worry, you will be fine soon. You are as white as snow, so I name you Snow White. Promise me, my queen, you will always take care of my daughter. I will always take care of her. After a few years, the king decided to marry again. The new queen was very beautiful, but more than that, she was very arrogant and a cruel woman. She had studied dark magic, and with that magic, she controlled the king. Gilly, gilly, foo! She also owned a magic mirror that predicts and tells the truth, whatever and whenever she wants to know. Gilly, gilly, foo. My dear mirror, oh mirror, who is the fairest of all? Oh my queen, you are the fairest of all. Oh, really? I thank you so much. You are genius. As the time passed by, Snow White became more prettier and fairer than ever before. She became the most beautiful girl in the kingdom. The stepmother started to feel jealous of her beauty. is the fairest in the world? You, my queen, are fair and beauty. It is true. But Snow White is even fairer than you. Oh, how dare you talk like this? Apologize. I am only made to speak the truth, my lady. The queen flew into a rage and called the huntsman. Huntsman! Oh, huntsman! Yes, my queen. Take that Snow White into the woods and kill her and bring her heart as proof. Yes, my queen. The poor huntsman took Snow White into the forest, but found themselves unable to kill the girl. Oh, pretty princess, your stepmother ordered us to kill you. But we can't kill a beautiful and a kind soul like you. Run away as far as possible, and never come back to the castle again. Snow White ran as fast as she could. The huntsman hunts a wild deer. And presented its heart to the queen. Snow White was all alone in the dark forest. She did not know what to do, where to go. Some birds gathered around and started to pull her dress. Chee 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 chee. She realized that they want to show her something. She started to follow the birds. Suddenly, she saw a strange little house and went inside for shelter with the birds. She was exhausted after wandering in the forest, so she lay down on one of her little beds and fell fast asleep. After the dark, the owners of the house, the 7 dwarfs, returned home. Chee 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 chee. Tuk 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 tuk. As soon as the dwarfs arrived home, they saw that someone had been sleeping on their beds. The dwarfs came running and said, "Who is she?" "Oh, good heaven! The girl is so beautiful. Let her sleep. Keep quiet." They all fell fast asleep surrounding her bed. The next morning, Snow White woke up, and when she saw the 7 dwarfs, she was frightened. "Ah!" She shouted. Hearing the shout, the dwarfs also woke up. "Don't be scared. We are the dwarfs. You are in our house. What is your name?" "My name is Snow White." enter our house, and if you will clean our house, if you will cook food for us, then you can stay with us. Yes, with all my heart. Tuk 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 tuk. Therefore, Snow White lived happily with the dwarfs and made their meal ready and their house tidy. During the day, the girl was alone, except for the small birds and animals of the forest that she often played with. Shania. Mirror, oh mirror, who is the fairest in the world? You, my queen, are fair and beauty. It is true. But Snow White, beyond the mountains with the 7 dwarfs, is still 1,000 times fairer than you. Oh no! How dare you! That Snow White is still alive. The huntsman had fooled me. I will teach him a lesson later. But now, I have to kill the Snow White. She thought of something and made a poisonous apple, which looked beautiful and fresh from outside. And then, with her magic, she disguised herself as an old peddler woman. She traveled to the dwarf's house beyond the mountain and looked at the door. Tuck, 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 tuck. Who are you, old lady? What can I do for you? Open the door, beautiful girl. I am very poor. I want to give you some apples to bake some bread for my dying husband. I must not let anyone in. The 7 dwarfs have forbidden me to do so. That is all right. Here I will offer you one of these fresh and delicious apple in return of a bread, dear. When the Snow White saw the beautiful and the shining apple, she could not resist to have it. She went to the kitchen and brought a big loaf of bread freshly made for the 7 dwarfs' meal. She gave it to the old lady and took the apples in return for the dwarf's meal. She barely had a bite in her mouth and fell on the ground dead. Ha 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 ha. Then the wicked queen transformed into her real self. Ha 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 ha. dwarfs came home in the evening, they found Snow White lying on the ground. She was not breathing. She was not breathing at all. She was dead. At the same time, a prince entered into the same mountain area to hunt. He saw the crowd of dwarfs gathered there. The prince wondered what was going on there. The prince went near and saw a beautiful girl lying down dead. He thought that was the same girl who he had always dreamed of. Wow, she is so beautiful. I will take her with me. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I will honor her and build a palace near my palace and to rest her soul in peace. Then the good dwarfs felt pity for her and accepted her demand. The Snow White was still looking pretty as she was alive. The prince kissed her forehead. As soon as he kissed, she opened her eyes. Snow White sat up and was alive again. Oh, good heaven! Where am I? You are with me. I am a prince. You are the only girl in my dream. Love you more than anything else in the world. Will you marry me and be my queen? Yes, my charming prince, I will. In this way, the prince married Snow White and lived happily thereafter.
Thank you, little fairies, for your fantabulous performance.